Welcome back everyone, Jose21 Crisis here, and today we're playing some more Grand Prix World 2001. In the previous episode we proved that we aren't there. Despite the successful 2003 year, well, car development isn't it. At least in 2004 so far. Still, if the conditions are there, we will do good stuff. Like, we saw Olivier Panis getting second place. Was it second place? Let me show you right here. Yeah, second place in the Brazilian Grand Prix, and the reason for that is that it rained, both in qualifying and the race. Here it should be showing that it actually rained in the race, but it didn't get there. It didn't show it. Also, Panis got pole position in the same race because it rained, and we got lucky on that one. Still, if the conditions are right, we will put on an amazing performance, and you know they have to be right for the next series of races. So I've done my adjusting. I managed to completely fill out the 2005 chassis development, and if it does come through, if the regulations say that our 2005 chassis is legal, careful, because 2005 is gonna be an elite year. Meanwhile, we're developing the airbox to fix the high drag problem, we're developing suspension performance, and we are developing automatic gears so that we don't have to worry too much about our engine. As for the engine, this is the engine we will be using for at least this episode, along with the tires we will be using for this episode, this set of softs, because I did testing, only did setup and research because I didn't have enough personnel to be able to do it. Here's the program if you care about it. I would have enough time to do engine and tire development, but I had to repair the cars after Brazil. Not great. Working hard to sign PSN now. Managed to sign these two boys in the previous episode. Now we're looking to sign PSN. So that way we're ready for 2005. We don't have to worry about sponsors during 2005. Now, for the setup, I said we're going for softs, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on softs. This is the configuration we're running: 2 extra points of grip, 2 extra points of dust, and 1 extra point of wind. As for this, of course, I'm gonna jack this up all the way, but the configuration I will be using for the race is like 1 curve and 10 of racing line. That should do. Actually, not braking. Braking doesn't do anything. Over that. High top speed. I actually figured out that acceleration, it's more important than top speed. I'm trying to figure out what's more important. And apparently it is acceleration. At least for qualifying, you can go as high acceleration as possible. Anyway, short intro, not much to talk about because it's just the third race of the season, so let's create more moments, shall we? Right, so Argentina, everything is ready. So let's go. It's gonna be a very dry, low wind speed, so that extra wind point's not gonna be that much of a factor, but it's there. Both guys on softs. Okay, let's see if, I don't know, maybe we can get top 10? I'm not sure how our performance is so far. Here's the performance chart while I'll talk. I'm not sure how good we are. Remember, we got an upgraded engine that we will be using for this episode. Upgraded. Remapped. That has a whole bunch of power. So we should be closer to like Sauber. But we will see. I don't think we're gonna beat anyone. Maybe we'll be 15 and 16, something like that. Anyway, let's get in there. Right, so David Coulthard takes pole position by a quite significant margin actually, that's nearly 2/10, wow. From Ralf Schumacher, Giancarlo Fisichella is third with Kimi Raikkonen fourth. The reason for that is that Webber, who is fifth, was on his own qualifying lap, but he decided to interfere with Olivier Panis, ruining his lap and Panis' lap. So that's why he's only 5th. Barrichello is 6th, and thanks to the soft tires and the fact that Alonso is very good, he's 7th. Bernoldi is 8th with Montoya 9th. Verstappen is 10th with Irvine 11th. The Jordans with a surprisingly good performance on this occasion. 12th is Panis because he could never, like, when the track was rubbered in, he could never put down a lap together, so he's stuck down here 7 tenths slower than Alonso. And then you have the rest of them, the Jaguars are just sad, like 21st and 22nd. Michael's doing his best, but he cannot even beat the Saubers or the Minardis. It's gonna be dry, it's gonna be a cold day, good. Average wind speed. We're still gonna be using the C-Spec engine simply because we don't have anything better than that. So we go with that. Panis, since he's starting so far back, I'm going to give him something different. I want him to climb up by running a 3-stopper. So I'm going to like send him on something different just to see if he can actually make it work. A 3-stop. I actually deliberately only used 3 sets of tires during qualifying, so I could have the boys be prepared to run a 3-stop if, you know, the situation was ready. In this case, well, running a 3-stop might be good. In Argentina here, it tends to be decent, the 3-stop. Same with, like, I think it was Barcelona were really good as well? Maybe. As for Alonso, he's going to be running a traditional 2-stop, although it's going to be a late 2-stop because I want to push towards the end and I want to overcut people. And should bad things happen, I have the 7th tire set, which should be perfectly fine. Alright, strategies are set, so let's get in there. As per usual, save the game, but now I'm gonna try something different here, and that different is going to be increase acceleration to the max of the line to see if the boys can actually climb up. Let's see what happens. And off they go. We drop back. Alonso dropped back 3 places. Panis dropped back 2 places. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how to get race starts good in this game. Where are we? Panis is 13th, Alonso is 10th. Oh no, truly, what have you done? Did you burn your clutch? Oh no, someone else is going out. Michael Schumacher, could he at least complete a race in this season? He's getting every single DNF. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absurd. Okay. Now Panis is 11th with Alonso 12th, and I want to keep it that way because remember, Panis is on the 3-stop. Now it's time to dump this out of both cars. Maybe not so much Panis, but Alonso's definitely. And John Lace is also out. What the hell is going on? Just three failures on the first laps. Nothing critical. Okay, Panis is 10th with Alonso 12th. That's a more realistic position. I'm gonna have both of them pushing. That will burn a bit more fuel, but we are ready to burn safe fuel. And I'm gonna boost their braking to the max, at least until the end of this lap. No more sudden DNFs, good. And Panis is climbing up. He's 9th now with Alonso 10th. Don't block Alonso. And lower the aggressiveness of your overtaking so that you do not cause a crash. That will cost us like spare parts and time and mechanics time, so you don't want to crash. Don't crash if it isn't necessary. Right. At the very least, we could beat the Benettons. Points are there for the taking, even with the 3-stop. Let me lower that for Panis and lower that plenty for Alonso. Lap 3, and as I said that, I think the Benettons are going to get away from Panis unless he has something back to catch them back. No, what he does is make a mistake. Come on, Panis, I need you to get a move on. I need you to get a move on and overtake those people ahead of you. Or at the very least, keep up with them. You're on a 3-stop. You need to fly, man. Yeah, so far, Panis has between the guys, he has the fastest lap, and I think he's a bit faster than Alonso. Fast enough to catch the Benettons? I hope yes. I think he's trying his best. We'll see if his best is good enough. Anyway, that will be the opening lap, so I will cut the recording and I will come back to you when interesting stuff happens, like perhaps more DNFs or perhaps Panis getting into the points. We will see. Well, we tried our best, and our best wasn't enough. Panis couldn't catch the Benettons, although there's a Benetton pitting. Oh, no, I was wrong. The other Benetton is here. It was Mark Webber that pitted and obscured the Benetton. But anyway, we are one of the few 3-stoppers in this race. The other one is the Minardi of Jenson Button. And I recently just figured out that it might have been a mistake, since our pit crew isn't perfect yet. So we might see some mistakes here. But anyway, the bigger issue is that even with the soft tires, we do not have enough pace to catch up to the Benettons. And that Alonso is just much better than Panis, so that was a bit of an issue. Also, there is a permanent yellow flag somewhere in this track for whatever the reason. I'm not sure why. I think it's because Joss and Eddie Irvine had some sort of issue and they took out each other, and that's why the yellow flag came up, but it hasn't left for whatever the reason. So, yeah, not sure what's going on. From the looks of this situation, this race looks like a P9, P10 just outside the point situation. Alonso comes in to his stop. I managed to stretch it one more lap, and I'm actually going to stretch his next stop by one extra lap. So instead of going 28 laps, it's going to go 29, as you can see here. Just 14 laps in that case. But we just don't have enough pace to be able to beat the people ahead. Like, first of all, Panis doesn't have the pace I expected him to have for a 3-stop to work. And second, we don't have enough pace to beat the Benettons. And I think that BAR and that Arrows are one-stopping. So we're probably gonna beat them after our final stops. But that's about it. We just don't have the pace, even with the soft tires, which is pretty sad. Still, after Argentina, I'm planning to bring upgrades to the car. Well, not planning to bring upgrades to the car. After Imola, I will try to bring another engine, another engine specification with far more power. And I think that's about it. Maybe more rigidity. That and develop purely an qualifying specification of engine. What I do for that engine qualifying specification is that instead of having rigidity and fuel, I focus on power, I focus on response, and I focus on weight. Those increase your performance during qualifying, because fuel consumption is not that important. Bit more weight, yes, but more response reduces the amount of mistakes, and less higher weight rating increases your pace anyway, so not that big of a deal. Also, the planes are back. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. But for now, there's not much we can do. We can just wait until the plane leaves and see where we end up. I think we're gonna end up P9 and P10 without DNFs at the front. This is Panis' in-lap, so welcome to the half race report, presented by me, of course. Now, the situation is very interesting at the front. This is the top 5. They're in a freaking train. The Williams are leading. It's Raikkonen from Barrichello, Coulthard, Ralf Schumacher, and Giancarlo Fisichella. Third, 60s, Mark Webber over here. He is on a 3-stop. He took the lead for a while, despite the fact that he's on a 3-stop, so pretty impressive, but let's see if that strategy actually works out for him. Then you have the Benettons of Bernoldi and De La Rosa. Then you have Panis and Alonso. Soon gonna be Alonso, then Frentzen and Saracen and Mazzacane. Yeah, that's where Panis comes out actually. Should be behind both BARs. Oh no, never mind. Never mind, he's just fighting for position. That's just the usual. Just the usual. Come on, man. Go get him. Go get him. Good. 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 Right. Don't lower top speed. You need that. And let's increase overtake for position. Let's try anything at this point. If it comes to fighting for position, of course. The Benettons are fighting with a Jaguar. Good. Although at this... No, I was going to say, at this point they should be Renaults. But they aren't. They of course aren't. Technically we are Renault. But we don't get called that. Anyway, things look a bit bleak when it comes to scoring points, because we have to beat the Benettons for that, and here are the Benettons, here is our best position driver. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. Still, it's fairly early, it's just lap 40, we could see some DNFs scramble the field a bit, and I wouldn't mind. We need one DNF to have Alonso in the top 8, and 2 DNFs will move Panis into a point scoring position, so that's very good. Also, Panis making another move to get himself into P10. Maybe he has the pace to catch up to Alonso, but we will see. The soft tires are pretty good. In the final stint we should be able to catch up to anyone except the Benettons maybe, but yeah, I doubt we'll be able to score points. The gap right now, it's massive. We're not catching. So our hopes and dreams are on DNFs and maybe a massive overcut or something. Anyway, this has been the Health Race Report, and I will come back to you probably when Alonso has to pit. I might have done the reverse jinx, because Alonso is very close to being able to he's gonna pit this lap. He's gonna be very close to the Benettons, while Panis right now it's fighting with the Benettons. I don't think he's gonna be able to pit and make up the 20-second gap that's obviously going to be around, but you know, in the end we might have had the pace to beat the Benettons. It's just that pace came about a bit too late. Alonso's gonna have a clean stop. He's gonna be able to beat the Benettons, no issue whatsoever, I think. He's leaving the pits now. At the very least, he's gonna fight with them with much fresher tires. Yeah, there he is. There he goes. Okay. Panis, you do not want to fight. Alonso, you are the one that's going to fight. Right. So it's Panis' turn to pit. I wonder, do I pit him this lap and get him out of this fray? Because Alonso is just gonna slow him down, and Alonso has priority because he's fighting a Benetton. Yeah, sure, let's bring him in. Bring Panis in this lap, get rid of the obstacle that is Alonso right now, and have him see what he can do. He's definitely gonna be able to beat Frentzen. Frentzen is all the way over here, so he's a no factor, I think. But how higher can he go? Okay, let's keep an eye on Panis. Okay, clean stop. No issue about that. Frentzen is all the way over here. He's gonna be a no factor. Yeah, he's indeed going to be a no factor. All the way back here. Panis is popping out. There we go. Okay, Panis is fine. It's Alonso who needs to be able to overtake one of the remaining Benetton, that of Pedro La Rosa. Goodbye, Saracen. And he was behind us, so that doesn't help us. And right now we're interfering with this fight. I very much wanted the Williamses to win. For a moment, it was Raikkonen on his way to winning his first race, but strategy happened, and well, now he's behind Rubens. Let's see if Panis can let both through. He did. Okay. Now it's up to Alonso. Can he get at least 7th to this one? He's trying. He's trying. Let's give him these 2 remaining overtaking points to see if he can get it done this lap. This is the first. Whoa, that's unexpected. There he goes. P7, 2 points for the cause. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, stop doing that. And do I want to completely stop? I mean, yeah, sure, it should be fine. Do I? Put some blocking in there. Put some effort. As for Panis, Panis might be even faster than the Williams right now, but he can't prove that because he's stuck. And it's Raikkonen the one that's getting him stuck. What's going on with Raikkonen? Why does everything have to be so complicated? Anyway, I cut the recording until more interesting stuff happens. The DNFs have begun. They have very much begun. Double DNF for Physical and Dolorosa, both of them due to hydraulics. That's going to move Alonso up a place and Panis up 2 places. So Panis into the points. Alonso's going to get 3 points out of this one with the current standings. And if Renault has some sort of issue, it's a 6-7 for Prost. I will very much rate that. Also, Luciano Berti had some DNF and... Oh, Saracen spun off on his own, dang. Right, so... Apparently the wet is making everyone make mistakes, so... I doubt we're catching... I thought that we were catching Bernoldi by a little bit, but even if we were actually catching, I don't think we are. There's not enough time, so... We depend on a DNF for Panis to move up 1 more place. So things got a bit tense here. It is a final lap. David Coulthard did enter his final lap, but Bernoldi managed to catch up to Alonso, and the reason for that is that he's had to let through the freaking Williams and Coulthard, and now he's passing Raikkonen for whatever the reason. Raikkonen might have some sort of issue, but at the same time, Panis did try his best to catch up to Bernoldi, but couldn't get there, not fast enough, not enough time. Alonso's pace just falling off here at the end of this stint. At very least we won't have to do another lap because we're lapped. And we're gonna score some points, which is good for the cause. Maybe we end up second in the championship again after a bunch of upgrades hit the car. But anyway, David Coulthard wins the Argentinian Grand Prix, and now it got wet. Now it's when it gets wet, but it's fine because the race is... Oh, actually it's not over. It's only over when Coulthard crosses a finish line 1 more time, so maybe if Panis can get there, he can get an extra position, just sneak by Bernoldi all of a sudden, maybe get the position. And he's getting close real quickly though, so it's in Bernoldi's best interest that David Coulthard hurries up and crosses the start finish line again to end the race, otherwise he's gonna lose 7th to Panis, and he definitely will rate that. That will be awesome. Come on, can he get there? I mean, Panis is gonna get there, but I don't think he's gonna be able to pass. Do I risk it? Is there... You know what? Whatever. Do it. Make it happen. Make it happen. Before David does it. Come on. Did he do it? I don't think he did. No, he did not. Anyway, David Coulthard wins the Argentinian Grand Prix. Again, a race that lasts forever. Why? Rubens Barrichello finishes 2nd with Raikkonen 3rd. Williams double podium finish. Ralf Schumacher finishes disappointing 4th with Mark Webber 5th. Fernando Alonso is 6th with Bernoldi 7th and Oliver Panis 8th. Here is the rest of them. Here and here. Just a whole bunch of DNF and stupid driving from Verstappen and Irvine. Anyway, Ralf Schumacher still in the lead, but David Coulthard now closing. Williams dropping the ball on this one. Panis with 9 points, he's in 5th. Alonso tied for 6th. Quadruple tied for 6th though. And we're down to 4th, which of course it was to be expected. We are just not good enough. McLaren is 1st though with a 1 point lead over Ferrari. That's the championship fight we expected to see. 1 million in profit, that's good. Steve Giles, Star Worker, setup, it's fine, it's fine. Of course it's gone as far as it can go, but we do not know if it's legal or not, so that's gonna stay there for a while. Customer deal for Elf, Castrol, Credit Suisse, Renault has reduced support, we'll deal with that. PSN is done. We found a driver aid, I'll check that out in a moment. Okay, what's the news? You see pole and win. Alonso got a point, same with Panis. Actually 3 points and Panis got 1 point. He's not unhappy with his car, he got points. Point. And set Prost buying field from F, of course. Run Dennis, and there's espionage going down. Everything looking good so far. Now, first things first. Let's see, it's not done. So let's see if we can copy this. I successfully copied the design. Can we get it through the FIA? We cannot. And we have to start the design again. Dang it. Okay, at the very least we're gonna have suspension, and we're gonna have the CFD simulation confirmed. So we just try again. Let's sign that PSN deal right away. Drop this to 1%. Who we talking to right now? Stop talking with Parmalat so you can talk with Renault. Renault has to be kept happy at all times. I didn't want to completely remove that, but it happened. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave 1% here on the quality and like 7% on the rest. 7%, that'll do it. And okay, what do we need to do? We need to make everyone else happy. Maybe we talk a bit with Elf so that they lower the price, even though that's not that big of a deal, but Castrol and Credit Suisse I'm going to have to talk to so that they reduce the cost of their deals. Build the new suspension. Build some spare parts. Spares. And then I need to do testing so that we can get to Spain with the fourth model of Renault remap that is completely fully powered. I need to do testing, so, and of course repair the cars and stuff. But before that, can I hire more people? Of course I can. More trainees. In design, is there any people here? Nope. Engineering, is there more people here? Nope. Just 2 trainees. We're gonna hire them. And in the mechanics, can we get 3 there? No, just 2. Okay, it's fine. Right, so let's save. And now let's cut the recording, come back when I've done the usual stuff, testing, distributed the percentages in design, and so on and so forth. So see you in a while. And we're back. So what have I done in the meantime? Of course, I did a bunch of stuff. I built spare parts, I did testing, full setup, full research, full engine, full tire. I did not do fuel, of course, it's customer deal, what am I talking about? But yeah, full engine, full tire. What did I do with that? I'm keeping the full setup so you can see what I do. Full research, which I'm not gonna be using, so I can speed up the wind tunnel phase of the airbox. Managed to fix car number 1 and car number 3. I'm gonna be giving Alonso car number 3, so he has a fresh car. Bordeaux has car number 2. I actually going to give him car number 4 so that we have car number 2 as the R&D car and I don't have to bother about fixing it. What else? Of course, prepared everything so that we do research. As for the engine, let me show you the difference. This is the C-spec engine. This is the T-spec engine. I took some points off of fuel and off of heat, put them on weight and power. I think this is gonna be the specification we're going to be running most of the time. I can do a qualifying specification where I take off fuel and put it on weight. And I can do a race specification where I take off more fuel and heat and put it on rigidity. That way I can do more top speed, but then the engine overheats and it's just not worth it. So the best I'm gonna do is create a 01E spec where I max out the weight. That certainly is gonna help. As for the tires, I did full development on the hard tires. We're gonna have perfect grip hard tires. As for now, we're gonna be running the softs. In sponsorship, I don't remember if I showed you this, but I am talking with Castrol and Credit Suisse, so they gave us a better deal, same with PSN. Now, we're using the C specification engine and we're using the soft tires. This thing can do a one-stop in this track, thanks to the resilience it has. We're gonna take advantage of that. We're also gonna take advantage of our setup points, put them all on tarmac, and they should last the entire, not the entire race, but most of the stuff we have to do. No braking. Actually, lower that so that we go out on track with less weight. Curb usage can go high, but the other things cannot. Confirm the orders. Setup is not confirmed. Now it is. Assembly is confirmed. Let's see if we can get Ferrari automatic gears again. More. Enough. Okay. Save, and yeah, we're ready. So into Imola. Let's pay our respects to Ayrton. Right, everything is confirmed. 2004 San Marino Grand Prix. Michael Schumacher being up here and the Jaguar being the worst car in Formula 1 is will never not be funny. Right, so 22 degrees, overcast, low wind speed. That's a fine condition for qualifying. Track will get worse as time goes on, so we need to do our lap early. Right, let's get in there. Well, guess what? It's David Coulthard on pole position from Giancarlo Fisichella. Fisi, as an Italian man, nearly puts it on pole for Ferrari again. Not quite, so they're gonna have to cope with just second place. It's front row, so it's decent. Ralf Schumacher is third with Mark Webber fourth. Then we have a gap to the Williams, fifth Raikkonen, sixth Barrichello. Then we have us in seventh place, about 1.3 seconds behind David Coulthard. So car is getting better. Like I didn't mention it, but here's the performance chart. If I hadn't put it already at this point, I just looked at it myself. Regarding the performance in Argentina, and the engine power upgrades, they are definitely making us better. Look at that slope, man, it's going up. Anyway, Alonso 7th with Heinz Harald Frentzen 8th, Panis is 9th with De La Rosa 10th, Bernoldi 11th, and here is the rest of them. The Jaguars are so sad. So very sad. Also, Verstappen is 16th while Frentzen is 8th. Big difference there. Full second behind, that's sad. Anyway, what strategy are we doing today? So, with Panis starting where he is, he's 9th, I'm gonna have him do a one-stop strategy. So I'm gonna set up his pit strat like third until lap 36. He should be able to get there. Maybe the hard tire will be faster in this long stint, but I doubt it. So I'm gonna be running this 36 lap stint. We're gonna be decently fast opening, and by lap 32 maybe a hard tire will be faster. Alonso is gonna be running a more traditional two-stopper, 24, then 48, not that much fuel. Actually 25, and that means there, and just a 12 lap stint to end the... No, that's a bit too short. Let's go 23. 46. And 16 laps should be enough. Sets 4, 5, and 6. I actually just use 3 tire sets during qualifying, just in case I wanted to keep things flexible and run a 3-stop. But the 3-stop is not that good in this race. So, 2-stopper for Alonso, 1-stopper for Panis. Every single set is fresh, so let's get in there. Of course, save the game as per usual. Race speed 100, 100. And these are the orders we're running for now. Panis with a bit more curb usage because he has more stamina than Alonso. He can push a bit more relative to Alonso. And the suspension will make it, so that's not a big deal. Off we go. Panis loses a position, that's expected. But we don't drop as far back as I would have thought. I thought we would have been dead last at this point. Panis lost a place, it's fine. I just need him to block. Same with Alonso. Although he's not under pressure right now, still, there's some crashing back there. Let's see, can Alonso get a move done? Yes, P7. P7. Panis did not get a move done, which is sad, but expected. Let's see how much we can climb. Bernoldi's gone. Did he crash into someone? Yes, someone took out Bernoldi. I wonder who. Okay, P8 and P9, that's a solid start. Mazzacane took out Bernoldi. Good job, Mazza. Alonso P6, will that P7, will that last? It will last. Panis is 10th, so lost a place, it's fine. What is not fine is this, I need to lower this. Lower that and start pushing. Come on. Lower that. Start pushing. Now go back and give the 10 to Alonso so that he actually starts making some moves if he's in range to make moves. Panis just needs to defend, so I'm just gonna leave him at 1, and actually, yeah, he's not that hard pressed to overtake, so let's do that. Alonso in P7, it's looking strong so far. He's ahead of Frentzen. Frentzen will be a threat a bit later on. But yeah, things are stable now. Lap 7. P7 and P9, strong. We just need... Panis is pulling rear gunner duty right now. Dang it, he lost the place. Was gonna say, he's pulling rear gunner duty because people will have to go through him to get to Alonso. And if he just blocks, like... if he does his job better, doesn't let Eddie Irvine through, like he's doing right now, he's P9, he's gonna block everyone. If he does his job, no one's gonna catch Alonso, we're gonna get some points. If he doesn't, well, we're screwed. Anyway, I don't think that much interesting things are gonna happen right now, so we're not gonna watch this lap in its entirety. Let's cut ahead and see what happens in the future. Two things. First, as you can see, VC is out, hydraulics issue, so we move up a position. Alonso is losing places to the Williams. A few things actually. The Williams are 3-stopping, they pit so early that it doesn't make any sense. Second, Panis is super slow, even though he is on a 1-stop, he is very, very slow. Like, there's probably an AI, that's mostly because of the pit stop issue. The pit stop issue? No, the strategy issue. Where the AIs have actually 20 laps of fuel all of the time instead of what they should be starting with. Anyway, the point is, Panis is super slow. I think he's out of the question, plus the fact that he was left fighting with everyone that was supposed to be blocked by him. He's down to 15th and very close to a Minardi, which is not what he wanted. He's still gonna be ahead of those people when they pit for their 2-stop, if they are 2-stopping. What else? Ralph is leading from Weber, from Coulthard. And the Williams are 3-stopping for whatever the reason. So we're likely to finish ahead of them in the end. The very least Alonso, I'm not sure Panis. But that's a small little update we have here in lap, this is lap 16. Things are looking decent overall, except for Panis. Panis is just slow, just too slow. Right, so it is Alonso's in-lap, and I think there are two concerning factors for this race. Other than Panis being slow, but I mean, he's on a 1-stop. He's not gonna be that far off Alonso, I think, but it's a bit concerning. Anyway, those two concerning things are Eddie Irvine and Jenson Button. Eddie Irvine and Jenson Button are on a 1-stop. Here is Eddie Irvine, and here is Jenson Button fighting with Panis, as you can see. Alonso's gonna come into his stop. He should be ahead of Panis after the stop, I think, I hope. Let's see. Clean stop, good. It should have been the 2. Can we get him out? Clean stop, good. Okay, he should be ahead of Panis, so in the end Panis was not that slow. Just ahead, good. We're gonna see how the pace matches up. But Irvine being on a 1-stop is... Let him through, let him through, let him through, let him through, he's faster. And yeah, sure, get that move done on that Minardi. Let's try to get Button out of our way. Okay, Irvine being on a 1-stop means he's gonna be very, very fast until he pits. And I hope that he pits is after Panis pits. Otherwise, come on, Alonso. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble. And the second factor is, of course, Jenson Button being on a 1-stop, which means he's gonna be hella fast. And he's gonna be pestering us for a while. He's not gonna get there, so just back it off. But now the question is, now that we did the stop, we're actually 7th and 8th, because Minardi is gonna get out of the way, and Panis should be ahead of them. The question is if we'll be able to catch Irvine on our allotted time. That will depend on whenever he pits and how fast our pit stops are, because A slow pit stop could ruin everything. It ruined everything for David Coulthard. Where is it? 16 seconds for a two-stop strategy is horrible. You should be having 10 seconds or 8 seconds layoffs. So, no. That wasn't it for Ferrari. But still, he still could win if something happens to Coulthard. But the priority right now is what the hell does Irvine do? Like, when does he pit? And when does Button pit? As soon as possible is the best result for us, but we don't know. We do not know. Alright, Eddie Irvine is in on lap 28. That's actually very good for us, because that's going to give us 28 minus 62. That's going to be like 34 laps. 34? Sure, let's go with that. 34 laps for us to catch up to Eddie, pass Eddie, pit again, and pass Eddie again. In fact, Panis doesn't even have to do the whole passing thing. He just went through. Alonso is gonna have to get him twice. But still, I mean, Eddie should be slower than Alonso. Because Alonso is, I mean, he's still stopping. He only has to go to lap 46, while Irvine has to go to the end, so his stars are gonna be shot by the end. As you can see, he's already dropping from Panis, who is very light right now. So yeah, Irvine in the end not gonna be that big of a factor. Also, let's watch Panis. Panis is the one that matters right now. So yeah, Irvine in the end not gonna be that big of a factor. Who's gonna be a factor is Bertie, who is blocking us for whatever the reason. We need to dispose of the guy. Get rid of Bertie. Come on. Thank you. Good. Okay, we can move on. But yeah, Irvine, not an issue. Button shouldn't be an issue. So we have 6th and 7th locked up. We need some more DNFs if we want more points though. So yeah, that's it for now. Alright. It is Panis' in-lap, so it's time for the half race report presented by me. I managed to extend Panis' stint by 1 lap. And don't do that. Don't bring down the pace. That makes the stop a bit faster. Anyway, Panis got his stop extended by 1 lap. And it's gonna be clean, so no issue there. And he's gonna come out in 9th. Should be able to catch up to these two with not that much issue, I hope. Yep, there we go. Stop blocking so that you do not interfere with Ralf Schumacher, who is leading the San Marino Grand Prix from David Coulthard and Mark Webber. Then you have Rubens Barrichello and Kimi Raikkonen, who are both 3-stopping and slow for that reason. Then you have Fernando Alonso, Eddie Irvine, and Juan Pablo Montoya in the final point scoring positions. Then you have Oliver Panis. Panis needs to get up there. Yeah, sure. Go through. Thank you. That way you waste the least amount of time possible. We've been lucky thanks to the fact that Mr. Irvine has had the longest stop I've seen so far, a 20-second stop at the time he pit. So that wasted a lot of time, and I don't think that was just fuel. For us, we have some of the fastest stops. It could be faster if we were 3-stopping, and in fact, Alonso's stop is going to be the shortest overall. It's going to be like 7 seconds, maybe 6 if we are very lucky. But yeah, our stops are on point, and the crew is like not at 100% just yet, but they could be as we improve our personnel. Anyway, I think Coulthard is not winning this race. Like, even though Ralph had his pit stop screwed up, Coulthard is on a 3-stop and dealing with traffic. So even if, like, Ralph pits, Coulthard has a set of laps to be able to go faster and then pit again. I don't think that's gonna be enough for him to go through. Speaking of going through, I need Panis to pass. I think that's Michael. No, that's Bertie. Bertie being a roadblock. Bertie being a big roadblock. God damn. Come on. We don't have time for this. We need to catch up to Irvine and possibly Montoya as well. Although I think Montoya is pitting again. Where is it? It stops. Montoya. Yeah, he has to pit again. He's on a 2-stop. So yeah, the Montoya is not that big of an issue. The issue is, of course, Irvine. Can we catch them? Well, the gap right now it's not 8 seconds. That's Oh yeah, here. 20 seconds. 20 seconds, yeah, I can believe that. Can we make up nearly 1 second a lap? Maybe. The Jordan is much faster than us, but we are superior in terms of, like, operationally superior. That's a term. That's the proper term. So we should have a slight pace advantage. There goes Ralph. Now it's Coulthard's time to shine by passing everyone and... what's the term I'm looking for? English is hard. Now it's his time to shine and put a gap between them and pit and hopefully coming up ahead. But Ralph's pit stop this time was good. Just 8 seconds. Yeah, that's his final stop. Now Coulthard really needs to get a move on. But yeah, that's the half race report, and I hope things conclude in a good way by Montoya pitting and not being a threat to Alonso, and Panis catching up to Irvine as well. We will see. He didn't do anything. He just went into the pits. Like, you're supposed to win with this race strategy, man. Not just let Ralph have a simpler victory. He might even be passed by Barrichello. Let's see. Yeah, Barrichello went through. What's McLaren doing? If this is their best, I'm very disappointed. Alright, I waited a long time to see if Montoya was going to pit and if I wanted to really avoid the pit stop issue, so... yeah, it was Alonso's pit stop time. Decent stop. We're gonna be far ahead of Panis, which is was my concern way back when Panis was not that fast, and you can see how much slower he was. Look at where he is, look at where Alonso is despite making an extra stop. It's not that terrible, mind you, but yeah, look at the gap to Irvine. It's significant. Anyway, a bit of a change here. It's that I'm giving Alonso 6 points of acceleration so that he's a bit faster. He has a bit more fuel, but he's a bit faster. Tire wear is going to be a bit bigger, but he should have a better shot at catching Irvine than Panis has right now. And the difference between 1 point and 2 points is significant, so I definitely want to get there. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. There's Montoya. I was gonna cut the recording, but we're going to see if we are actually ahead of Montoya. Let's see. They didn't keep the camera on Montoya, so I'm not sure where he is. Through goes Alonso. Through does not go to Alonso. Can we get him into the hairpin? Let's see. The VAR should be a faster car than the Prost, but Alonso is a better driver. Facts, not opinions. So let's see. Can we get there? Can we get there? No, we cannot. Let's keep this up for this lap. Maybe we can actually get him. But 8th and 9th, not what I expected. I thought we'd be able to finish ahead of Montoya, but it's looking like it won't happen. That's gonna be a big shame if Montoya finishes ahead of us. Dang, I think he's going to. Anyway, let's bring this down. We need to save some tire. Maybe we can attack him by the end, although he has hard tires, so it's gonna be difficult. Maybe there goes Mark Webber. We're gonna score points with both cars, but yeah, sure, points with both cars. But I want more points. I want to catch Irvine. I want to pass Montoya. I think Alonso can do it, but we'll see. No way. Well, I guess our 1 point of reliability does have its issues. You know what? Maybe he can get home. Let's try it. It was looking good so far, man, but no. Engine power low. He's gonna DNF here. Okay, it's earlier. Okay, he's gonna DNF over there. Well, first engine failure of the season. Is that going to make me put more points of reliability? Obviously not. Obviously not. I don't care about no reliability. I just need to increase the automatic gears rating. We should be fine. But that's gonna be Panis out of this race, which I needed him to score some points. Sadly, it's not gonna happen. Now Alonso is under concern because, well, his engine condition is fine, but that was just a random engine failure that can happen at any point. I'm not sure if reliability actually plays a factor in those. I'm gonna guess that yes, it does, which is why it just happened to us. We have 1 point reliability, so come on. It shouldn't happen that much throughout this season. Maybe it'll happen next race in Spain because I tend to have engine issues in Spain. But yeah, that's going to be one less point that we're going to score. Sad, but things happen. Final lap of the race, and it is Schumacher dominating again, although this time around not Michael Schumacher. Speaking of Michael Schumacher, he's actually going to finish a race. Great success! Anyway, Ralf Schumacher is going to win the San Marino Grand Prix from David Coulthard, and Rubens Barrichello is also going to be on the podium. Here he is. Then you have Kimi Raikkonen, Eddie Irvine, and Juan Montoya. As it happens, the Prost car isn't ready. Our car isn't ready to be able to run down people. We only have strategy on our side and engine power, and we ran that to the limit. So, tried our best. Couldn't catch Irvine, couldn't catch Montoya. Gonna have to settle for 7th, and we could have a 7th and 8th, but Panis DNF. Anyway, Ralf Schumacher wins the San Marino Grand Prix. We are going to finish 7th. Decent result for the car. I was hoping for more, but the car isn't there yet. It doesn't have that kind of pace, which is unfortunate, but throughout the season, we will be fixing that. The car will have that sort of pace to be able to finish top 6 on merit, but for now we have 38% handling. We're only this high because I remapped the engine to have more power at the cost of reliability and stuff, which is possibly what cost Panis a place. I'm not gonna add reliability, get out of here. Did our best. This is what we got. So, Ralf Schumacher wins from... goddammit, I forgot Coulthard. Anyway, Ralf Schumacher wins from Coulthard, Barrichello, Raikkonen, Irvine, Montoya, and Pedro de la Rosa is the one that scores the final point. Then you have Marquez, Saracen, and the rest of them. Truly had a brake failure. Michael Schumacher, the last of the qualified runners, which is very unfortunate. Like, you can tell he's probably very pissed. Anyway, Ralf Schumacher leads the championship from Coulthard and Barrichello. Weber, Raikkonen ahead of us. 9 and 8 points for Panis and Alonso respectively. It's gonna be pretty tough. Our objective is finishing like 2nd or 3rd in the championship. That's going to be extremely hard since Williams is competent again. We're gonna try our best, but at the minimum we have to finish 4th so that the sponsors are happy. Made a ton of cash, 1.1 mil. We should use research. Dang it, English is hard. We should use research. I agree. Chassis is gone as far as it can go. It's okay, but we need to know if the regulations agree with the fact that it is legal or not. Yes, start testing. Deals are getting better. Hospitality doing good. We found a driver 8. Good. FI funding position has gotten worse. That's sad. Let's see. Matsakan is going to Sauber. Neat. Nothing new. Okay, Ross Braun is going to BAR. That's interesting. Okay. Of course, Eddie Jordan, the manager of the month. Of course, because he's seeing got points. Anyway, we don't have that yet. Let's confirm the suspension. Confirm the chassis. Confirm the model design. And as for you, let's see if we can copy Ferrari's aid. Successfully copied. Can we get it through the FIA? Finally! Success! Great success! Now we work on the axis suspension, and as for this, we work on more suspension. What the hell? More suspension. And then I work on everything else reliability. But for now, let's build the stuff that we have, which is technology and driver aids. Use that research that we got and build a new airbox that's gonna up us to 43%, which is decent. But another big boost is coming from our engine. Yeah, the bigger boost is coming from the upgraded chassis, but we will see how good that is in the next episode. I don't think I need to improve the wet weather tires, but it's a possibility. For Monaco, because this is planning for Monaco. Do I want specific tires for Monaco? Like, well, the tires that I want, do I want them soft, do I want them hard? That's something I'm gonna have to figure out for the next episode. And I think that's it. We have some damage on Panis' car, so let's repair the damage. Come on, repair, thank you. Build 1.8, and that will be it for this episode. Dang, it's gonna cost us to make spares. Actually, let's hire more people, if there's people to be hired. There's one. Is there more? There's two. Good. 2 in design. Can we get more? No. 2 trainees for engineering. We definitely need them. And 1 more here in mechanics. Good. Can you get someone in commercial though? 2 people. Good. Good. Right, that will be it for this episode. The money is coming up, but the performance is not going anywhere so far. Well, we do have upgrades, so performance will be getting better in the next episode. Hopefully it's good enough to get some good points at Spain and Monaco. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Comment, like, subscribe, the usual YouTuber stuff, and there's a Ko-fi link down there if you really want to support this content. See ya!